Hi everyone, Jim here. Welcome to another one of my Hiking 101 videos. Today we're going to talk about poison ivy, so let's check it out. On Sundays I lead a hiking group with a friend of mine for adult singles in the Ann Arbor area. And one of the guys in the group today was saying, hey Jim, you really ought to do a video on poison ivy because everybody really liked my tick video. I'll link to that here. So I thought, okay, yeah, that's a great idea. This time of year, poison ivy's out everywhere where I am, and it can be miserable. So the first thing with poison ivy is you want to try to prevent it. One of the best ways to doing that is wearing long pants and knowing what poison ivy looks like. There's the old adage, leaves of three, let it be. And so poison ivy leaves look like this. They've got three leaves. The two outside leaves are asymmetrical across the leaf, so the vein doesn't go down the center of the leaf, so they'll have one lobe that's thicker than the other. And then the center of the leaf is symmetrical. Poison ivy is a vine, so it does show up on the side of trees as well. It's usually pretty distinctive because you can see the vine is fuzzy. If you see a vine on a tree and it's got kind of a fuzzy appearance, you stay away from that too. About as much as I know about poison ivy, so there are a lot of leaves of three plants that I see that I just avoid. So for me, it's better to avoid a plant and be, safe than not. A botanist may disagree. So if you follow these precautions and you do have long pants and all that, you're still not out of the woods, because as you're walking through the woods, when you break the leaf, that's when the oils come out. It's uroshi oil, and that can even get on your pants. So lots of times you can prevent getting it on your skin while you're hiking, but when you go to take your clothes off, you get transfer. So one of the things you want to do is when you take your pants off, you want to keep your socks on and peel your pants off over your socks so that everything's inside out, and put those in the laundry. Once you wash it, it's an oil, so it'll wash out. But then take your socks off, make sure you wash your hands completely. And for me, I wash my legs every time, just because that's the safest thing to do. Now, if you're like me, I've said before, I'm a relatively intelligent human being, not a smart man. When it's above 70 degrees, basically when poison ivy's out, I'm wearing shorts. So I know going through the woods, I'm gonna run into poison ivy. If I've seen it on the trail, I know I've brushed against it. So the big thing to do is to make sure that you wash the poison ivy off if you get into it. Poison ivy comes out of the leaf when it's broken and it's in oil, it gets on your skin. You have a couple hours before it actually soaks in and causes an irritation. So what I do is I carry these wipes around with me in the back of the car, and when I get done with the hike, I just wash down my legs. You can also use hand sanitizer that's got a high alcohol content. You want anything that can dissolve the oil. So when you get home, you're gonna wanna wash off anywhere that you think you've had contact with poison ivy. Even if you wore long pants the way you should, not the way I do it, but the way you should, even when you take it off, you get that transfer, you'll still wanna wash your legs or your arms or hands especially, because you could have transferred from the oil from your pants. And if, like me, you just walk through and you got some, you wanna get the oil off as quickly as possible, but you do have some time. You'll want to use cold water, because if you use hot water, it allows the oil to soak into the pores and the pores open up. That'll increase the likelihood of you getting a rash. So the cold water seals up the pores, and if you use like a Dawn dishwashing detergent, you can wipe it off and it'll dissolve the oil and remove it from your skin. So you're less likely to have a rash, and if you do, it'll be a smaller case of poison ivy than a full-blown rash. So being able to identify poison ivy, being able to prevent it from getting on your skin, and if you do get it on your skin, being able to get it off as quickly as possible using a solid detergent. They also make products like Technu and a few others that you can use to wipe your skin off. But I found that Dawn dishwashing detergent is probably one of the best out there. It's what they use to clean wildlife and oil spills. So I think that's a pretty good endorsement. I'll put some links in the description below for this product and a couple of others that I've used in case you want to find them. But like I said, even hand sanitizer, anything that you've got in the car helps, and the Dawn dishwashing detergent at home, if you can get home within a couple hours, has worked perfectly for me. Every now and then I get a spot or two of poison ivy, but I haven't had a full-blown rash in years. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my content, hit subscribe. I do 101 videos, I do product demos, I do recipes, all sorts of things. And the more subscriptions I get, the more encouraged I am to produce more content. I'd like to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so if you could help me out, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot and look forward to seeing you in the next video.